Welcome back to Lion Recaps. Today I will show you a Russian superhero film from 2017, titled Guardians. In the opening of the narrative, the backdrop unfolds as the Cold War ensues between the United States and Russia. Within this context, Russia's Soviet Union conceals a clandestine enterprise named Patriot. Within Patriot, a collective of scientists conducts experiments on individuals from various nationalities, endowing them with extraordinary abilities to serve as defenders of their homeland. However, the experiments meet an untimely conclusion following a mysterious explosion within the laboratory. Consequently, the whereabouts of both the superheroes and their creators become an enigma. Presently, the Russian military undergoes trials of its cutting-edge robotic creations, which operate autonomously thanks to highly advanced artificial intelligence. Initial testing progresses smoothly until a sudden turn of events unfolds, with the robots inexplicably launching assaults on their own tanks and helicopters, rendering the army defenseless. In the wake of their devastating rampage, the robots target and eliminate all the army's generals and technicians. This shocking revelation unveils the mastermind behind the attack, Dr. Kuratov, a former member of the Patriot Project and renowned scientist. Possessing remarkable abilities to generate electricity and manipulate machinery, Dr. Kuratov exerts control over the rogue robots, leading them under his command. After a considerable period, the Ministry of Defense convenes a meeting to investigate the recent incident. During the gathering, Major General Nikolai elucidates the historical events that transpired in the midst of the Cold War. In the year 1940, a doctor named Kuratov assumed responsibility for the technologies department within the Patriot Project. Kuratov embarked on an endeavor known as Module 1, aiming to enable remote control of any vehicle. Unfortunately, his experiment encountered failure, leading to the termination of his project. Subsequently, Kuratov's envy towards Victor, the head professor of the Patriot Project, grew. Victor's attempts to endow humans with superhuman abilities had proven successful, fueling Kuratov's determination to pilfer Victor's research for his own personal experimentation. His underlying motive was to establish himself as a revered scientist by outshining Victor's accomplishments, leading to numerous victims falling prey to his ambitions. As a result, Kuratov was apprehended and detained. However, he managed to orchestrate a daring escape, seeking refuge within his hidden laboratory. Consequently, the army launched an operation to raid his lab, unknowingly walking into a trap. Kuratov had rigged the facility with a bomb, resulting in a devastating explosion that claimed the lives of all present. The army generals believed Kuratov to be deceased, yet unbeknownst to them, he had miraculously survived. Moreover, the explosion's chemical aftermath had transformed his body into a living embodiment of the ill-fated Module 1 experiment. Acknowledging the gravity of the situation, Nikolai asserts that defeating Kuratov necessitates locating the very superheroes he had created. In the meantime, Kuratov is seen pilfering the army's warehouses, making off with their vehicles and resources. Following the conclusion of the meeting, the Ministry of Defense reaches a unanimous decision to reactivate the Patriot organization, entrusting Major Alina with its leadership. Alina assembles her team and christens their mission the Guardians with a clear objective: to locate and bring together the superheroes. Armed with newfound knowledge regarding these extraordinary abilities, they embark on their quest without delay. Their first discovery takes them to a secluded temple in Armenia, where they encounter a superhero named Lair. Seeking solace as a monk, Lair had sought to escape his former life. Alina engages him in conversation, revealing details about the Patriot Project. Lair demonstrates his powers by effortlessly levitating stones and expresses his initial reluctance to partake in the project. However, upon learning that Kuratov still lives, Lair resolves to join the cause, fueled by a deep-seated desire for revenge. Their next destination leads them to East Kazakhstan, where they encounter another superhero named Khan. Swift and lethal, Khan dispatches the agents with remarkable agility, wielding a sword. Upon sighting Lair, Khan's actions come to a halt. Lair implores him to join their mission for retribution against Kuratov. Khan, recognizing a shared goal, agrees to accompany them. Continuing their journey, the team proceeds to northern Siberia, where they find the third superhero known as Arsus dwelling within the jungle. In a primal display of power, Arsus morphs into an animal and effortlessly dispatches approaching soldiers. His attention eventually shifts to Lair and Khan, and his desire for vengeance aligns with theirs. Arsus joins their ranks without hesitation. The final leg of their quest takes them to Moscow, where they locate Kseniya, now a renowned performer. Utilizing her unique abilities, Kseniya captivates audiences with mesmerizing performances in the water-filled pool. Her talent lies in becoming invisible while submerged. Following an evening show, Kseniya enters her dressing room and is taken aback upon spotting Khan, prompting her to launch an attack. Khan swiftly intervenes, managing to quell the altercation and position himself on the opposite side. He reminds Kseniya of their friendship, yet she persists in attacking him once more. It is at this moment that Lair arrives, prompting Kseniya to target him as well. In the ensuing skirmish, Lair emerges victorious, showcasing the fighting techniques he imparted to Kseniya. Arsus soon joins the scene, emphasizing that despite the passage of 40 years, their powers have preserved their youthfulness. He urges Kseniya to join them in seeking vengeance against the one responsible for their predicament. Meanwhile, Kuratov, having constructed an army of clones, gathers people at the Patriot headquarters. Kseniya recollects fragments of her memory, recalling a significant event in 1978 near Sebastopol when doctors encountered her. However, she remains plagued by amnesia, with her sole connection to her identity being a ring she possesses. The doctors assured her that her memory would gradually return, but that remains yet to occur. Subsequently, Kseniya becomes aware of her unusual circumstance. Her age remains unchanged, prompting her to embark on a nomadic lifestyle to evade detection by the public. Describing her abilities, she explains her capability to turn invisible when immersed in water and manipulate her body temperature according to the situation. In the meantime, a member of Alina's team arrives, sharing vital information about Kuratov's location, a makeshift command center nestled amidst an old factory. Everyone converges upon the designated site, and Kseniya's spirits lift as she encounters rain, which enables her to vanish by getting drenched in its waters. However, she soon realizes that her communication signal has been disrupted, rendering her unable to maintain contact with the headquarters. The team decides to divide and launch simultaneous attacks from different directions. Undeterred by the risks, Kseniya fearlessly ventures forth, paying no heed to the consequences. The guards under Kuratov's employ possess special goggles that allow them to detect Kseniya's body temperature. Exploiting this advantage, they swiftly freeze Kseniya using their specialized weaponry. Meanwhile, Arsus and Khan unleash their powers, determined to eliminate as many adversaries as possible. As Khan advances, a guard swiftly immobilizes him with a paralyzing dart, effectively halting his movement. Simultaneously, Arsus finds himself ensnared within a net, his freedom restricted. Inside the building, Lair triggers a minor earthquake, causing the stones to rain down upon the guards, eliminating them. Just then, Kuratov arrives and initiates an assault on Lair, undeterred by the latter's counterattacks. Overpowering Lair, Kuratov inflicts severe injuries, breaking his back. The scene unfolds with Lair, Khan, and Arsus imprisoned within Kuratov's formidable force field cell. Kuratov taunts them, claiming knowledge of their powers and vulnerabilities. This understanding led him to equip his guards with weapons specifically designed to neutralize them. Kuratov proposes an alliance, urging them to join his cause. However, Arsus vehemently rejects his offer. Kuratov grants them a 24-hour period for contemplation. In an act of defiance, Arsus hurls his knife at Kuratov, only to be thwarted by the force field, preventing the blade from penetrating. Following these events, Kuratov mobilizes the pilfered tanks, unleashing a devastating attack across the city. The news reports the shocking development that the entire army's tank fleet has been brazenly stolen by unknown perpetrators. Compounding the dire situation, the stolen space transmitter amplifies the gravity of their predicament. Kuratov divulges the distressing revelation that an enigmatic adversary is leading his commandeered army towards Moscow, prompting a mass exodus of the city's inhabitants. It comes to light that Kuratov had struck a pact with General Dolgov, offering the superhero in exchange for immunity from Dolgov's influence. However, Kuratov brazenly disregards their agreement, resulting in Dolgov's demise. Unbeknownst to others, Kuratov's ultimate ambition centers around the commencement of his Module 2 project. This endeavor involves connecting the transmitter to the Ostankino Tower and the Federation Tower, emitting a signal destined for a Russian satellite. Once the signal is transmitted, Kuratov aims to assume control over all satellites, effectively subjugating everything on Earth beneath his dominion. Meanwhile, Alina accompanies Lair back to the headquarters, where he gradually regains consciousness. In a vulnerable moment, Lair confides in Alina, sharing a heart-wrenching account of witnessing the demise of his own daughter in his unconscious state, a tragic event that unfolded before his very eyes as she aged before him. Lair's perpetual youth, a result of his superpowers, weighed heavily upon him, instilling profound sadness. In an unexpected turn, Victor, Kuratov's former laboratory partner, emerges from hiding to rendezvous with Alina. Victor explains that upon witnessing Kuratov's reappearance in the media, he felt compelled to step forward, recognizing the necessity of his assistance in thwarting Kuratov's sinister plans. Without delay, Victor commences the arduous task of repairing Lair, while urging Alina to uncover the whereabouts of Kuratov's clandestine laboratory and rescue the remaining superheroes. Alina's team boldly infiltrates the lab, swiftly dispatching the guards and liberating the Guardians from captivity. However, Khan departs silently, leaving without a word. Meanwhile, Kuratov methodically seizes control of both towers within the city. Alina engages in a conversation with Arsus, who voices his concerns about Kseniya. Despite their reunion after numerous years, Kseniya remains devoid of any recollection. Consequently, Arsus resolves to keep his distance from her. Moreover, Arsus grapples with disconcerting physical transformations, as he increasingly assumes the characteristics of a feral creature. The fear of permanent metamorphosis into an animal engenders a deep sense of apprehension within him. Alina assures Arsus of her unwavering commitment to prevent his transformation and expresses hope that Victor might discover a remedy for his affliction. Meanwhile, Victor delves into his research on Kuratov's clones within the secret lab. In an unexpected twist, Kuratov confronts Victor, accusing him of betrayal and claiming that Victor unjustly claimed credit for the superhero's achievements, inflicting harm upon Kuratov himself. Consumed by resentment, Kuratov vows to expose the truth to the world. With a malevolent intent, he releases a deadly poisonous gas within the lab, tragically claiming Victor's life. Subsequently, Kuratov proceeds to merge the two towers and installs the space transmitter. As he prepares to activate the formidable device, the Patriot system detects his scheme. He sends a group of fighter planes. Determined to halt any interference, Kuratov commands the pilfered army robots to engage and annihilate the fighter planes, leaving destruction in their wake. In the midst of chaos, Alina and her team spot Khan within a building. Curious about his backstory, Alina inquires about Khan's predicament. Khan reveals that he once aspired to emulate his skilled fighter brother, leading him to cross paths with Kuratov. Through Kuratov's manipulations, Khan gained immense power. However, during a fateful duel with his brother, Khan lost control, resulting in the tragic demise of his sibling. Upon hearing Khan's sorrowful revelation, Alina empathizes with him, reminding him of the city's dependence on his abilities. As the team reunites, Alina unveils the new suits and weaponry she has prepared for the Guardians. Arsus receives a cutting-edge targeting system gun that seamlessly integrates with his nervous system. The gun aligns its aim with Arsus's focused aggression, serving as a precision weapon. Moreover, when Arsus transforms into his beastly state, the gun automatically switches to a fully automatic mode. For Khan, a formidable suit is provided, capable of shielding him from all forms of harm. This advanced attire can withstand bullets, blades, and even injections, ensuring Khan's safety in battle. Lair's suit is tailored to ensure he always has access to stones. Additionally, a special spear is bestowed upon him, allowing him to employ his electromagnetic powers to vanquish enemies with precision. Lastly, Kseniya's suit is revealed, granting her the ability to turn invisible at will. Furthermore, she possesses the power to render objects invisible through a simple touch. With their new gear in hand, the four Guardians engage in rigorous training, familiarizing themselves with the intricacies of their upgraded weaponry. Initially facing some challenges, the Guardian team gradually gains control over their powers through intensive training. Meanwhile, Kuratov continues to charge the towers, leaving the team with only an hour to thwart his plans. They devise a mission to dismantle the force field surrounding the tower, aware that time is of the essence before rocket launchers obliterate Moscow. Lair undertakes the task of infiltrating Kuratov's domain through the subway tunnel, dispatching guards with remarkable ease. Simultaneously, Arsus and Kseniya engage in fierce battles against the guards positioned along the roads. Kseniya exploits her invisibility to eliminate adversaries covertly, while Arsus unleashes his beast mode, overpowering and vanquishing all who stand in his way. Subsequently, Kseniya rendezvous with Lair in the mall, finding him perched atop Arsus. Meanwhile, Khan faces a hurdle as the robots launch an assault on his plane, impeding his descent. Meanwhile, Arsus, Lair, and Kseniya embark on a daring journey across a vast pipeline, determined to reach Kuratov's tower. In the midst of their journey, the guards unleash a hail of gunfire at the trio, causing Arsus to lose footing. Responding swiftly, Lair activates his spear, creating a shield to protect them. At the same time, Khan leaps from the plane and eliminates the guards, targeting him with lethal precision. Meanwhile, Alina discovers Victor in Kuratov's lab, still alive but with little time remaining. Victor imparts crucial information to Alina, explaining that by combining their powers, the Guardians can amplify their abilities and overcome Kuratov effortlessly. With newfound determination, the four Guardians make their way towards the tower, dispatching guards along the path. Eventually, they reach the generator, where Kseniya employs her unique abilities. Despite facing significant challenges, she harnesses the heat of her body to short-circuit the generator, straining herself in the process. However, her perseverance pays off as she successfully deactivates the force field surrounding the tower. Just as Kseniya is on the verge of collapse, Arsus manages to catch her in time. Following this pivotal moment, the military forces seek to eliminate Kuratov and destroy the tower. However, Alina insists on granting the Guardians the opportunity to exact their revenge on Kuratov. United and resolute, the Guardians confront Kuratov in a fierce battle. Utilizing his power, Kuratov disables Arsus's cannon and Lair's spear, momentarily impeding their abilities. Following their individual confrontations, Kuratov overpowers Khan as well. Thinking on her feet, Kseniya disappears, deceiving Kuratov, and then makes Lair invisible by touching him. Together, they seize Kuratov using the spear. Khan attempts to strike him down with his blade, but Kuratov proves formidable, breaking free from their hold and forcefully pushing the three Guardians away. Undeterred, Arsus unleashes his beast mode, launching a fierce assault on Kuratov. However, Kuratov prevails, killing Arsus and inflicting severe injuries upon him. Amidst the chaos, the military orders a missile strike to obliterate the location. Witnessing a plane in flight, Khan swiftly attaches his grapple line to it, rescuing his comrades by carrying them away. Kuratov seizes control of the plane, prompting Khan to sever the line. Subsequently, all the Guardians plunge into a nearby river. Simultaneously, the army launches the missiles, but before they reach Kuratov, he manipulates and detonates them. Undeterred, Kuratov resumes his efforts to establish contact with the satellite. At the riverbank, Alina rendezvous with the Guardians, divulging the information Victor had shared with her. United by their resolve, the Guardians decide to take a risk and focus their powers on Lair, generating an immense surge of energy that obliterates the tower, resulting in Kuratov's demise. News reports later credit an unknown force with saving the city, as the existence of the Guardians remains undisclosed. Alina expresses her gratitude to the Guardians for their assistance. Kseniya's memory has returned, and she desires to embark on a new life with Arsus. The Guardians pledge to return if a significant threat arises in the future. Before bidding farewell, Alina discloses that she has located the other Guardians. Sometime later, in the dead of night, Alina confronts and combats two men after stopping a van. Extracting information from one of them, she learns that a man named Ferrum sent them. The mention of this name fills Alina with apprehension, leaving the movie to conclude at this point. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.